And the Biden administration is reportedly set to announce sanctions against an IDF battalion in the coming days in a move that has caught Jerusalem by surprise. This, as the U.S. House of Representatives voted by an overwhelming majority to pass a $26 billion aid package to Israel. All the details in the following report. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is reportedly expected to announce sanctions against the IDF Netzach Yehuda battalion in the next few days, according to a report by Axios. The Netzach Yehuda battalion was initially established as a special military unit for ultra-Orthodox, but over the years also included right-wing youth who were not enlisted in other IDF units. If the sanctions are put in place, it would mark the first time the U.S. government would impose sanctions on an Israeli military unit. According to the report, the move is a result of alleged human rights violations against Palestinians in Judea and Samaria. They would prohibit the transfer of U.S. military aid to the battalion and would prevent its soldiers from taking part in training with the U.S. military and receiving American funding. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu responded to the report and said such a move at a time when Israeli soldiers are fighting the monsters of terror, the intention to impose sanctions was the height of absurdity and a moral low. He added that in recent weeks he has been working against the imposition of sanctions on Israeli citizens, including in his conversations with senior American government officials, and said that his government would act by all means against these moves. And meanwhile, the United States House of Representatives voted on Saturday with broad bipartisan support to pass a $95 billion package, providing security assistance to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. The bill includes nearly $61 billion in aid for Ukraine, while Israel would receive $26 billion, including some $9.1 billion, which is geared for humanitarian needs, including for Gaza. The vote for aid to Israel passed by an overwhelming majority of 366 to 58 against. The legislation will now proceed to the Senate, where it's expected to pass the Democratic majority, and then to the White House for President Biden to sign into law.